Oh my, I have been so busy working on this journal, but looked up at the time and it's 8:55 p.m. in Arizona on Easter Sunday, and I wanted to come on tonight and make my crafting around the house mini-series segment. So hello and welcome. This is Theresa. Thanks for visiting my channel tonight, if you're visiting tonight, or whenever if you're watching the replay. So let's go ahead and I'm going to break away from working on this. I am a little bit obsessed, but that's when the creativity flows, is when you enter into that obsessive mode. Oh, I got everything ready for the video, but forgot the masking tape. I will be right back. Now, I'm guessing that just about everybody has masking tape in their area somewhere. Maybe out in the garage or the shed, in the junk drawer, something like that. If not, go ask your husband. Maybe he can dig you up some if you have a husband. If you don't, then go ask your wife. Okay, so I just got a little distracted tidying. Now, we can do just about anything with this. We can, looking for there it is. We can use paper, we can use fabric. What else do we craft with? Paper, fabric, can't think of anything else we craft with as far as like substrates. So the sky's the limit. It just has to be something that will adhere to this masking tape. Oh, this one tear. So let's have a strip here. Whoa, not a good start. Okay, scratch that. I'm a little annoyed at my trimmers today, so I'm a little grumpy with them. Okay, there's one strip ready to get started. Turn it over. Oh, yucky. Lots of glue on my fingers. It has been a very busy, crafty day. And this is one way to get the glue off your fingers. Kind of gross. Okay, let's do 3. Anybody who knows me knows I'm not much of a mask maker. I hope everybody's had a great day and a happy Easter. I've just been crafting away. Watching my phone to see if anybody reaches out with an Easter wish, which they did not. I sent out Easter cards, so that phone works both ways, I know, but I sent cards. Family rant done. Okay, So, paper. You know, I'm just looking at the fact that I have all these whale-tail tabs. That might be interesting. And it'll help get rid of some of these. So, this is a good opportunity for me to mention that the link to my Ko-fi shop is in the description. If you would like to purchase some whale-tail tabs, they are listed on my Ko-fi shop. And what I do is I just count out, I forget if I have 20 or 50 listed. I just count it out and put it in an envelope and mail it off to you. I don't think I'm just going to do whale-tail tabs. I'm going to do stuff from this drawer. And then once I'm done with this layer, then I will do another layer. The one granddaughter did text me yesterday, so that made my day, that's for sure. Okay, now we're gonna do more on this, but let's move on to fabric for the next piece of tape. And then actually the last piece of tape we're going to do snippets. We'll do fabric on that one. No, that's too long. God, I didn't put, it's too late now. Bummer. I don't want to cover those up, but I'm stuck with it. This is fabric, or textiles. We'll call this textiles. Oh well, there's just no way of fixing that. I wanted the pretty flowers to show off of that. Hi, Tony. I started at a little better hour, but working on that that journal I've been working on has really taken up my day. How are you tonight? Okay. Whoops. There's some sticky there. Trash. Whoops, that's upside down. There's a little tiny bit of sticky right there. I'll figure that out later on. Okay, so now let's find some more fabrics. This would kind of be cool. I'm going to use those for that. Always good to use what's on your desk. Okay, what do I want to get rid of here? None of it. Like, nope, I don't want to use that piece. Nope, I don't want to use that piece. Come on, Theresa, get over it. Okay, so there's a little sticky in some spots. I don't know what to do about that. So just imagine the possibilities, and actually I'm going to take one of these strips and I'm going to put more possibilities down on it. I don't know if that made sense. But remember, when you're at the ugly part, which is kind of where this is at right now, doesn't mean that it's not going to start looking pretty. And this is a great scrap buster. Okay, there was a little piece of tape right there. So I think I'll just use this piece to cover that up. So I have another one that I did previously, and this one is with textiles, so it's very neutral. Would be good for shabby chic. More textiles. Thank you, Tony. Okay, now I think I'm gonna pull out my bits and bobs. This is that old paper that you get in books, and it's covering like a illustration. Want to get that covered up. It's annoying me. Now, that didn't take care of all the sticky. I'm not doing a very good job of placing things down. And then how about some tea bag paper? Yes, exactly. Okay. Just put a little dab of glue. A little tiny bit here. Okay, there's the tea bag paper. This was my, so you've been crafting all day today too, Tony, it sounds like. This is from gift bags. I'm trying to think. Oh, I have the word raffia in my head, but it's from the handles, and the handles are wrapped in it. So I'm gonna add this to my textile, to my fabric. Yeah, it's a lot of work getting these papers off of those handles. Okay, where am I going to go now? This is kind of boring. I don't want to use that. What do we got in here? Oh, just some ephemera. Okay, we'll start using labels here. I'm trying not to think about this. I'm trying to just locate things and glue them down. Looking to see if I have anything stashed anywhere else. These are all big, big pieces. Okay, so that's done. Yep, we all do that, don't we? Okay, what else? What do we got for rust? It's more tea bag. This is some fabric. I'm not crazy about this, but I'm going to go ahead and put it down. Because this is going to be stitched, so that'll bring some more interest to this. I have some rust pieces in here, but they're still in hoard mode. I don't know what, I should use them in my Tattered Bunny journal. That would be a cute place for them. This needs dyed. I'm going to put that in my splatter box. This is from those hanging file folders. I'm going to put this on the fabric. Well, let's not cover up his face. Ha! We're still at the ugly part. Just building up layers. It's another thing about doing these masking tape. Oh, I had to adjust. Masking tape strips is they're a good practice for building up layers. I think that's too big. I don't know that I really want that anywhere. Maybe right there. And this is some vintage book page. It, different language. I can't. Foreign language book page. Wow. Having a hard time thinking of that word. That's trash. There's some creatures. Nope. Maybe. Isn't it funny when we go through our stuff and start to use it? Like this envelope is called Bits and Bobs. And I look at this stuff and I know I've had this stuff for a year, maybe two. Okay. Take little thin strips of this. That's just falling apart. Oh wow. I've only been doing junk journaling since around 2005. No, that's when I started Stampin' Up. I want to say 3 years ago. You know, Tony, I've been wondering if that little camp in Idaho City might be, I think it's called Cowboy Camp or Cowboy Campground, something like that. I've been wondering if that might be an affordable option to do a junk journal retreat in the summertime. So people who don't have a trailer could have a cabin, because I'm pretty sure they've got cabins there. That's something else I'd need to check into. But it's just something that I think about every once in a while. So I think it would be fun to have an outdoor retreat. There's a place in between McCall and Cascade, I think. And it's called, what is it called? Anyways, it's over 55 RV park, but I don't think they have cabins. But people could tent camp. But most people my age don't want to tent camp. Who knows? Maybe. Okay. Oh, I know what I want to put on there now. I want to use these. I like Idaho City too. But you know, retreats are a lot of times $600, and a lot of people can't afford that. You know, a lot of the ladies that are doing junk journaling are living off of a fixed income, and so it would be fun to make something that was, do something that was affordable. So maybe, you know, $300 for the event. You'd have to base it on whatever it costs at the campground. But then people could save money. Oops, that's backwards. Where is it? Yeah, it was backwards. If they brought a trailer and they brought their own food, so they'd only have to pay for a spot, and then they'd have their own food. To really take the focus on how much is this going to cost, to thinking about going and having fun. I don't know. I'm nuts for even thinking about it. And my poor husband, he would take the brunt of the work, like he always does. I need one more. Let's see. One there and one there. I don't really live on a fixed income. I have my own business and I work full time. my husband gets Social Security, so he's on a fixed income. But I'm not rich either, and $600 is a lot of money. And there's ones that are even more money than that. That's kind of a median price. Stay down. So, you know, if a person didn't have masking tape, I'm sure you could use Scotch tape too. You just have thinner strips. Does not want to stay down. Okay, we're coming up on 1 hour, so I'm going to run this through the sewing machine and say good evening to you. I have so much glue on my fingers. I'm gonna have to take that off. I don't like that sticky. Okay, that one is done. lost our thread. I'm not sure what happened. It's like stuck in here. That's weird. Oh, brother. This may be a thing for the husband to look at. Well, hooey. Wished I knew how to get that open. Looks like it should come open pretty easily. Oh no, there's screws. Well, darn. The sewing machine appears to... Oh wait, that might have done it. I'm almost out of thread. I think I got enough to finish. Oh, there's glue on my needle. I'll bet you that's part of my problem. Oh well, I'm not going to be able to. Hi, April. Okay, Tonys. Have a good evening. Did you have a good Easter, April? I'm just trying to thread this sewing machine. Not something I'm good at. There's a little teeny tiny bit through. Got it. Oh, good for you, April. It's important to baby yourself once in a while. Okay, let's see if the machine's going to work. I crafted all day. I go through these obsessive modes like, I don't know. I've been having a difficult time getting crafty for a while, and starting that patterned bunny journal just inspired me. Okay, so this is what we have for crafting around the house today. Whoa, that was noisy. And today was masking tape. So I just used a regular roll of masking tape, and I did one that was fabrics and textiles, and then two that were papers, one of which was, I went through my snippets, and then I went through my bits and bobs bag. Used up some of this stuff. So previously I had done some others. I'll show those again. So now I have some that are more colorful, and then I have my neutral ones. And so far I'm just collecting them. I'm not doing anything with them. I think I started to do something with this one, because I think this was a whole strip. And they're real easy to store. I just fold mine up and put them in my box. Been working out of my box today. It's very messy. Okay. So let's see. Oh, no, not that. That's not what I was working on. I was just gonna show what I was working on today, but I'm looking around and I'm not seeing it yet. Oh, here it is. Okay, I was working on tattered flowers today. I did all of these, and I did this little butterfly that's kind of tattered with, yes you do, April. Everybody needs a bits and bob drawer. So I'll tell you what though, these things are one of my favorite storage items, because they've got this handle on the top, and they've got 1, 2, 3 sections, and then you can make the areas as bigger, so they can be this small, or you can take these dividers out, and I mean you could have this whole thing open and this whole thing open. This is the only thing, the middle is the only thing that is stationary. So this is my metals box. And so I've got it categorized by hearts, gears, frames, keys, clips, brads, staples, magnets, lobster clips, other clips, bulb pins, hitching posts, those are for, you know, closing the journal, other closures, clocks, metal snippets, corners, eyelets, mica. And I always pull on this a little bit before I put it down because they're kind of cheap, so I don't have big expectations. And then this is my paper one, and it has tags, flowers. These are like antenna for butterflies, so mostly I can see in here, so I really don't have to label everything. This says slides, birds. So I have my butterflies and my bugs and these conversation things from Tim Holtz. And then my flowers, my numbers, and some fussy cuts. And this helps me to say, okay, this, and I'm not there, but this helps me to say, okay, this is all I'm going to have of this, or this is all I'm going to have of this. These are labels. So I'm not there. I have an ephemera book with labels in it, but it's a start. I don't think I have butterflies anywhere else. I might have some butterflies in my, so I have another fussy cut drawer and another acrylic drawer thing in my bin, and I have Amazon. Got them off of Amazon. Oh, anyways, it's a work in progress for all of us. So I was trying to copy, that doesn't belong there. That's supposed to be right there. I was trying to copy Louisa's master class. So I don't know if you can see the stamped impressions on there. There's some stamped impressions. To me, this kind of, from this stamped impression, it kind of looked like a flower, and how the bulb or the bottom comes down in a circle. This is just bits and bobs, kind of like a scrap tattered flower. Same thing there. A little bit of fussy cut pieces or die cut pieces that I cut up to make them into different shapes. This is actually a fake flower here piece, but these are all layered. It's all layered different stuff. I don't know what that's doing there. Some of these are super old. I just, like this, I just grunged it up a lot today. That's just different die cut pieces that have been cut up to form a flower. A lot of these are from my daisy punch, from my Stampin' Up! Daisy punch. It's got some Florentine paper. This is another one that looks like a flower, like it's the side view, but actually I put some little dots here like those were stamens or something. So some of the backgrounds weren't real clear as to what they look like, so then I just took a flower and glued it on top, and like that's the background. I don't know what I'm doing. And there's my flowers I made today. I've got one more. See if I can find it real quick. Oh yeah, here it is. So this is what they would look like in a journal. So it's kind of like, you know, you think about how you use these so that they'll have other pieces that accent them. What was really fun about this one was I took I don't know, I took something like this. Right there is like the base, and then I put the heart on top of it, but underneath it is like cut up pieces. And what's really cool is I think this looks like a bird to me, and it's not really a bird, but it looks like a bird to me, and I'll think of that every time I look at this page. So then I just took one of my old I keep saying fussy cut, die cut frames that was on foil paper from my Stampin' Up! Days, and made a little frame for this bunny picture, and that's a tuck spot. I had fun putting tabs on it in a different way than usual. So there's a tab here, and this is also what I got to shove in there. This is also a tuck. And then I did this different with a tab. This is my thing that I made the other day with the Tim Holtz. Yeah, so I was busy. I was playing all day long. Well, that's all I've got for you today. So thanks for dropping in, and I hope you have a great rest of your day. Actually, you're on your next day, I think, April 10, 11, 12. I think it's 1 o'clock where you're at, so you're ready for your work week. Okay, you guys have a good day and good night, and thanks for visiting.